Good day, everyone. This is Jerry from Rhapsody Tours. Over our last 7 videos, we have looked at many different aspects of Titanic, from the inspiration to the building, the sinking, and eventually finding the wreck site 2.5 miles below the ocean surface. We've also looked at how this event spawned books, movies, and exhibitions that continue to intrigue us to this very day. So as a Titanic enthusiast, I have to wonder, what's next? For a person with means, the next natural step might be to visit the final resting place of Titanic. Yes, that would mean traveling 2.5 miles below the ocean surface in a submersible to view the wreck site. There are companies out there who've taken on this task and will give you this opportunity. How would this work? Let me take a few moments to explain of what your adventure would consist. You will need 2 weeks. The window of opportunity is limited. These opportunities are only available from the beginning of July to the beginning of August. The numbers for each trip are also limited. Space is at a premium. The minimum age is 16 for a dive, and participants should be in generally good health and without physical disabilities which could create a hazard for themselves or anybody else on the ship, any other passengers. You'll begin in St. John's, Newfoundland. A place that I have to admit is one of my favorite places in the world, and if your time allows, it is worth taking a few days at the beginning or at the end of your trip to explore this region. It's amazing. In St. John's, you will board a research vessel, and this will be your home for the duration of the excursion. The next day and a half you will make your way through the Grand Banks, 375 miles or just over 600 kilometers to the Titanic site. En route, you'll be able to orientate yourself with the ship, meet the crew, the explorers, scientists, and the submersible pilots, as well as participate in lectures that will prepare you for your dive. When your turn comes to dive, you will already have had the opportunity to become acquainted with the submersible. Then you will begin your descent, a 12,500-foot dive, or approximately 3,750 meters. A trip that will take up to 2 hours. Looking through a tiny porthole with the help of the mini-sub's external lighting, you will see the ocean floor, yellow and white silt and clay, as well as strange sea creatures darting back and forth. Then suddenly, a huge dark shadow will appear and slowly take shape. Then you will see it. In a moment, you will realize you are one of only a few people on this earth to have seen the giant hull of RMS Titanic since it sank on April 15th, 1912. During this unobtrusive dive, you will see 8-ton anchors and massive chains, winches, and the #1 cargo hold. You will see what's left of the ship's mast, at one time where the crow's nest was attached. And no, that is where Frederick Fleet stood when he picked up the telephone and yelled, "Iceberg, right ahead." You'll see what's left of the ship's bridge, and empty davits from where the lifeboats once hung. You will feel a vast array of emotions, happy, excited, sad, definitely overwhelmed. This will be an experience that cannot help but touch your soul. You will spend the next few hours exploring Titanic. After you surface, you will share your stories with other participants and crew, and relish in the knowledge that you and your travel companions have experienced something that few others dare to comprehend. During your trip back to St. John's, you'll enjoy post-dive celebrations and informal socializing, as well as discussions with ocean explorers and scientists. It is important to note that all dives are timed at the discretion of the team leader, and as the weather of the North Atlantic can sometimes be interesting, it is suggested you leave your schedule clear for a couple of days after the scheduled end of the trip, as weather delays could possibly extend the expedition. Now obviously this experience is not for those with the faint of heart, or as it turns out to be, pocketbook. If you wish to experience the expedition of a lifetime, your passage will cost $59,990 US per person. If you wish to go but not as a diving participant, you can pay up to $10,000 US. As you can imagine, many of these tours are sold out, but some companies still have limited space available. So if you've determined that this trip is a cannot miss, please feel free to contact me directly at info@rhapsodytours.net, and I'll let you know which companies still have space available. What a thrill that would be! If staying on terra firma is more to your taste and would like information on Ireland, the birthplace of Titanic, visit us at www.rhapsodytours.net. That's RHAPSODY tours.net, or you can reach us on Facebook at Ireland, the Birthplace of Titanic page, or on Twitter at Rhapsody Tours. If you have any comments, we would love to see them. In our next video, we'll look at some of the positive effects that have come out of the Titanic disaster. Until then, have a wonderful day.